You ever say to yourself, boy, I wish I had some crackers to eat, and at the same time say, I wonder what I should do with this leftover sourdough starter? Well, this is the video for you because we're going to make crackers out of this sourdough starter. The ingredients are quite simple. Sourdough starter, flour, olive oil, or avocado oil in my case, salt, and then something to sprinkle on top. I'm going to use this everything bagel seasoning. But how much flour, how much starter? That all comes down to how much leftover sourdough starter you have. So I have 100 grams of sourdough starter, which means 50 grams of flour, which means 1 tablespoon of oil, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'll put together a chart in the description. So if you have more sourdough starter, then you'll know what ratio or what proportions. This is about the easiest thing in the world to do. It's so easy that this is actually the first time I'm doing it. I haven't even practiced. Here's my 100 grams of sourdough starter and my 50 grams of flour, a tablespoon of oil, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix it all together. And now, after mixing it all together, we let it rest for about 30 minutes so the gluten can relax. Just put a towel over it. Why do I talk about the flour and the starter in terms of grams rather than cups? Well, because first of all, it's easier. You just pour it in the bowl and weigh it. Another thing is that 1 cup of flour can weigh different amounts depending on how packed in it is, what the humidity in the air is, those sort of things. So if you weigh it, you're going to get more accurate measurements. Plus, it's just easier to set up ratios, right? 100 grams of this, 50 grams of that. So that's the reason. No ulterior motive. I'm not trying to subvert America or upset our imperial measurement system. I'm just trying to make it easy. Now it's time to roll out the dough into as thin a layer as possible. And I don't know a good way to keep this from sticking, so I'm going to use the parchment paper sandwich method. This makes it easier to roll it out, but of course you're using a lot of parchment paper, and I hate to do that. The stuff's expensive. But that's where we are. As I'm rolling it out, I'm remembering that it has to fit in this pan. I'm also preheating an oven to 350. This is sliding around. Let me see if I can do something about that. There, I put it on a tacky silicone mat. Let's see if that helps. Oh yeah, that makes it a little easier. Have I made it thin enough? I have no idea. Yeah, it's pretty thin. Looks like Australia. Before we put them in the preheated oven, or toaster oven in this case, we'll want to score it. I guess I could have measured that, but let's go crazy. Or you could be very rustic and just cook it like this and break it apart. That would be, keeping it real. All right, and let's not forget about our toppings. Like I said, this is just Costco everything bagel seasoning. Not sponsored by Costco. I feel like I have to slightly mush these in. Uh-oh. That's the stickiness I was trying to avoid. Put it in our tray and put it in the toaster oven. 350 for, let's say, 20 minutes. I forgot one thing. I should have brushed it lightly with oil. If I had done that initially, I bet my toppings would have stuck. Learn from my mistakes. Okay, with a light topping of oil into the toaster oven it goes. Here are the crackers after 20 minutes in the oven. Definitely looks like I have an issue with heating elements. There you go. Let's let it cool off for about 5 or 10 minutes and then we'll taste test them. Taste test time. We'll try one that's lightly cooked and one that's super cooked. See if they're crunchy. Let me get close to my microphone. They're crunchy. And they're delicious, actually. That's really good. Let me try this super cooked one. Good, overcooked. A bit much. This one's fantastic. Let's go ask Pam.
Oh, wow. I can't believe you made these. These are from Sourdough?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.